I'm gonna get off the bank a little bit. Just don't think the bass are on the bank. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to Uncut. My name is Tyler, and my series here on the channel is all about bass fishing with the cameras, recording, nothing cut out, teaching you guys everything I learned along the way. Now, I've seen the comments in previous videos. You guys want to see me fish somewhere that is tougher, not a private lake, not stocked full of fish, and so that's the entire goal of today. We are on a relatively ugly looking, city, town, public park lake, and my goal for today is to catch a limit of bass. That is 5 bass measuring 14 legal inches or longer. Any less I consider an epic failure, and any more I consider an awesome, successful day. So let's begin. Now, when I first arrived at this lake, the first thing I noticed is that the water seems to be down. Now, how can you tell that when you first arrive at a pond? Well, you can see that by usually a super muddy bank and vegetation or trees that are, the water line used to be higher. And so it looks like it's about 6 inches, maybe a foot lower, which is never a good thing. You don't want the water to be lower in any body of water. You might think, well, it shrinks the area the fish can live and they're gonna be easier to catch. It's actually usually not the case. It actually, especially if the water's down for a long period of time, ends up killing a lot of the fish. They just can't survive when their habitat is not the way that they've grown up and they live around. So not super pleased about the water level, but we still have plenty of water to cover. It looks like we have a little bit of American pondweed, little shoreline vegetation here on this island. I'm waiting on my sonar to tell me what the water temperature is. Right now it's a 78.9, which seems a little bit cold for the time of the year it is that I'm fishing, but not gonna complain. That means the fish should still be relatively active here in June. It may not be like dog days of summer yet where the fish, are on top water for 10 minutes and then they're out deep the rest of the day. So I'm starting off with a topwater frog, little popping frog, just fishing around this island. And I think I'm gonna go the deep route. So you'll see here on the drone shot, looks like a deep quarry section, or deep quarry area. And then there's a few shallow pockets. So I'm gonna spin us around and head to that deeper rock wall section because that looks juicier to me. Got a few other boats out here this morning. Again, it is well, unless he's going there. Hey, which direction are you going?
I think I'm gonna hit far right now.
Sounds good. Just making sure I didn't cut you off. How's the bite out here usually?
Hit or miss.
Okay. Well, I hope for us it's hit today. It looked like it was deeper I'm looking at my sonar, and it was deeper near that island than it is even out here in the middle. Like, we're looking at 5 feet. Well, okay, there we go. It drops off a little bit out there. Actually, you know what? Nope, it drops off a lot more. So that's kind of a little shallow bar around that island, and now we're into 10 feet. So, I mean, for a public park like this, 10 feet's not bad for water depth. Definitely hope we find a little more somewhere, but I'm not going to complain about 10. I would love to start this video off though with a keeper bass, 14 inches. I'll be submitting all my fish on my catch board to the Fishing Chaos online tournament platform, or the mobile tournament platform. I run a tournament on there called the TRF Challenge Cup, and it goes all year long. Every prize, the winner of each region gets a brand new Mach combo of your choice. Whether you want a jacked, a crush, a Mach 2, a Mach 1, whatever you want. And then we also have some other cool prizes throughout the different months depending on the challenge that we're doing in the Challenge Cup. So I will have the Fishing Chaos app linked down in the video description if you want to join. Again, it's totally free. The app is free. To enter my online tournament is free. There are entry fee tournaments on the app, but mine is not one of them. Mine is F-R-E-E. That spells free. And I'm seeing that it's not 10 feet all the way to the wall, but it's probably the steepest area of the lake. And if they're gonna be here, I should know pretty quick, so I'm gonna roll cast this popping frog. as quickly as I can along this area. The good thing about having other guys out here is that just like having a buddy with you, even if you don't know the guys, they can kind of help clue you in on what's going on the body of water. So if he catches one on the island and I see that he's dragging around, it tells me pretty quick that I shouldn't be throwing a topwater. I should probably be dragging around. Come on now. Some overhanging trees. Overhanging trees around a bluff rock wall. Yeah, you know what? Maybe with the water temp, okay, water temp's 80. Maybe that's not the place to be. It's possible. It's possibly not the place. Especially if it's post-spawn to summertime. They may be on those shallower, grassy areas where the bluegills are spawning. That's the biggest thing that I think is a key to my success on all these new bodies of water. Again, I fish in a lot of my videos on brand new lakes just because I want to give you guys a new look. I want to challenge myself, and so I'm kind of forced sometimes to fish a lot of the same lures, you know, the vibrating jigs, topwater frog, because again, they work and I have confidence in them. I know I can cover water with them, and fish in many of these bodies of water love them. And also I have a pretty good understanding of fish behavior, where they should be at, based on the time of year. And that's what I love to preach here on this channel, is just becoming as knowledgeable as possible. And obviously I was not knowledgeable enough about the rock wall, but it was worth a try. I think in the wintertime, on an Alabama rig or a jerkbait around that area, could be juicy to the max. As far as forage base goes, it looks like I've seen some baitfish here and there. I've seen some bluegill on the bank because I was launching, but when I was launching, I had some serious problems in the mud. That's straight mud. Dang. Dang. Nope. There we go. I wouldn't say this body of water is healthy, but that's what y'all asked for. You asked for less healthier looking bodies of water. I feel like this here, besides the trees, if it was flatter and more open, it would resemble Southern California. Because I know a lot of you guys fish Los Angeles, you know, that whole lower California area. And I just realized I don't have my mic on. My goodness, my mic's not on. Hopefully y'all could hear me well. I probably had to boost the audio there. There we go, audio's going. Well, I guess y'all are gonna see a distinct change between one audio source and the other. So if you like one over the other, let me know. When it's not windy, I love GoPro's audio. I think they allow a lot of spatial audio to get in, so a lot of the noises and birds and topwater, that kind of stuff, but it also allows the wind to make its way in. And I don't like that as much. Actually, not as much, that's not acceptable to me. So that's why I wear an on-body mic a lot. And I will have a new video coming out this summer, a new version of how I film videos, talking about audio and video, and I'll mix in a few editing things as well. I'll also talk about how to build a studio, because nowadays with live streaming on TikTok and even on YouTube and Facebook, everybody seems to want a cool place to film, and I built a pretty cool one in TRF Studios. So I have a fish. Oh my gosh, I just had a fish blow up on it like open water. How did he miss it? How did he miss it? Dang. I'm gonna go back in there with, I guess all I have is a thunder cricket. Dang it. I haven't rigged anything else up yet. And Taylor wrapped my dang rod. One of my pet peeves is wrapping the line around the rod. I guess to like make it more slick to put in the rod sock. I don't care. Hook it on the hook keeper. That boil honestly seemed like a larger boil than a small fish. Put this rod down. Let me fish this around for a second here. Okay. All right, well, bite number 1 on the frog. Did not turn into fish number 1. Oh, hold up. That felt like bite number 2 as well. I'll tell you what though, I think this is gonna be a jig body of water. Because even though we have soft, muddy bottom, I don't think there's any snot grass in this place. And man, if that's the case, I can drag me around a jig. And don't threaten me with a good time, because I'll take you up on it. Okay, 2 bites, 0 fish. That's okay. We got all day, baby, to make it happen. And that's 2 bites on the shallow muddy bank with the dead shoreline grass. Again, that's how I can tell the water's low, because the shoreline grass in June should not be dead. Honestly, June is when the shoreline grass should be most alive. So I don't like that's the case. Come on, eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. I'm casting my frog into that grass where a fish would not live. It's 1 inch of water back there, and then pulling it through the grass to that edge instead of casting to the edge, which could potentially spook a fish that was living shallow in that area. Oftentimes shallow grass fish are almost like redfish, where, man, if you land your lure wrong, pew, they are out of there. Not all the time. Sometimes the extra loud splash gets them to turn and look at it, but I would rather verge on the finessey landing and drag into the area than landing into the area. But that's just me. That's what I've found. Works best. I'll see. I landed short on that one. We got a bullfrog. We got a bullfroggy boy. I could be covering water a little faster if I was throwing a Mach patroller, a plopper style lure, but again, we have a little bit of wind today, but not much. And seeing as to how that first fish bit, I think these fish are going to have to be a little more finessed. Oh, what a horrible cast. Gosh, Tyler. I mean, it looks like besides the, well, oh my goodness, it's more than a foot low. I'm looking at the dam here now. Hopefully y'all can see that. Are we recording? Yeah. It looks like 2 foot low. Which again is so weird considering all the rain we've had. North Texas has been slammed with rain. So color me shocked as to why this lake is low. I mean, with the water high, they might be down the entire stretches of grass here. But I may have to find some obvious stuff. Like I see the concrete overflow on the dam to keep the water from getting too high. That's probably gonna hold a fish. I can also guarantee that the bait fish are on the dam because there's a white bird who is chewing on them. That's another key for understanding bodies of water is keeping your eyes open so you can see the birds. Because oftentimes they'll lead you to the forage base that leads you to the bass. Not all the time, not every time. There's a dock on that end as well. And an old dock there. What a unique little lake. Still probably trash, which is why my goal is just 5 fish today. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little faster. Gosh. Oh, another one missed it. Another one missed it. Dang. I wonder if I need to go treble hook topwater. Because that looked like a keeper sized fish as well. Totally missed it. Although, I guess treble hook, he probably would have missed that as well. It's not like I swung and missed. Dang. And that was also off of the edge. That was a good 4 feet off the edge. Not right on the edge. When I pulled the topwater pass, that was a good 4 feet off. Which makes me think they would eat a little walking bait. I wish I had a silent one. I don't know if I have a silent walking bait. I think I just have a loud, hard knock. I'm just gonna stick with the frog. I'm gonna catch one. I know I am. I just don't like losing fish. Or I guess losing the opportunity of a fish. I think I picked a good day to kayak fish though. It's overcast, little bit of wind, and you know what I'm seeing out here is hydrilla. I'm seeing some gracious type stuff. So let me grab the Thunder Cricket real quick. Is this 1/2 ounce or 3/8? I think it's 1/2 ounce. That's what I want anyways. Let me fish off the bank here. It's about 5-6 feet deep. See if they're off the edge. Come on now. Figuring out the puzzle. That's what we're all trying to do out here. Figure out the puzzle of where are the bass. Oh, and it looks like we have hydrilla, I believe. I think that's the drills. Pretty sure that's the drilla. Could be wrong, but I think it is. And it looks like there's a big fish out there. I can't exactly tell what I'm seeing on the live poke, but I think I'm seeing a fish. Think I'm seeing fish. They're not eating, but that tells me that there's probably stuff to be caught out here in the open. Probably stuff to be caught off the bank. Which is good, because later on I want to drag around a big worm. So I'm glad I have this to show me that there's grass out here in the open. Very similar to the last kayak video I'd love to find a deeper section of grass that's just loaded with fish. All right, as I had asked for, we have some deeper water. It is 13.5 feet out there. How nice. How nice. Just trying to learn as much as I can about this body of water. So I apologize for not catching one fast. I know I normally start the uncut with a fish catch, or pretty quick I figure them out. That's kind of not the whole goal of today's uncut. I wanted it to show the process of finding where they were, and then hopefully we can go from there and build a successful day. That's my hope. My hope and my prayer. Let's keep moving. I see some dang laydowns. Yeah, I'm gonna put the Thunder away. Back to the frog for now. Try my best to cover water a bit faster. I like this offshore grass though. I like it, I like it, I like it. We're gonna catch fish on that today. Even if we gotta whip out the drop shot, we're gonna catch fish on that today. Yeah, water has stabilized at 80. So it's early summer. Could be hotter, that's for sure. I think all the rain we've had has kept the water temperature down, because I don't think it physically can get as hot when it's being, oh, the water out of there, when it's being replaced by new water. Just spooked some bait fish. I mean, this pond I didn't start off thinking that it was healthy, but seeing the grass and the bait fish and obviously bass and live scope moving around, I think it is pretty healthy. Zing! I just want to find a point. They're going to be on that. There's a little stick up out there. Some laydowns. I should get a jig, honestly, before I hit that area. Do I have a jig? I've got a Texas rig set up. I can flip that in there. You know what? Seeing as there are tons of bait fish, and I've gotten 2 bites out from the bank, we're gonna spin our little booty around and grab my tackle box. Grab my tackle box. We're gonna get ourselves a Topwater. It is not weedless. So let's cut the frog off. Make sure I squeeze all the water out if there is any left. Nope, we're good. And I think the only Topwater I have that's not super loud is a Spray and Shad by Mach. It's a popper, and I gotta sneeze. Ooh. Bless me. Yeah, we got a bigger sized popper. So that's what I want to do. Gonna go pop, pop, pop. And the good thing about an oversized popper is you can also walk it. Not, of course, as good as you can a walking bait, but you can walk it if you so desire, which I do desire. Nice 65 pound braid on my popper. How about that? I'm working with what I got. I wish I had 40 pound for a popper, but 65 is what I had from my punch rod, and that's what I'm using to throw, or my punch reel, throw this bait. Also got to loosen my spool tension a little bit to cast this better. All right, fix my pants. Feel like I'm getting a wedgie. Yeah, if I wear shorts in my kayak, I gotta wear these, you know, whatever you call them, compression short sliders. Otherwise, I'd be flashing y'all all day, so that's not ideal. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And you can tell which direction the wind has not been hitting, and it's this bank that I'm about to fish, because it's got some kind of film on the water. Everywhere up shallow has this film all up and down this whole bank, which I don't know what that means. Could mean the water's not very fertile. It's kind of stagnant. I'm not sure. Bloop. Bloop. Yeah, the bank doesn't have much good stuff on it. I can see why I'm getting bites off the bank, because that's where the grass actually starts. Up here, there's nothing really to be seen. It's kind of ugly. All right, I got to get us up to the dang trees in the water, because they're not biting here. They're not biting on this bank. Biggest thing I've learned from traveling with Alton on tour is that if you got a feeling, if you got a gut reaction to something, try it. Oh gosh. Oh no! Another one! Another one missed it. Holy cow, that was a good one too. That was at least a 14, 15 incher. Come on, come back for it, please. Oh, dang it. Oh, crap. I hooked all kinds of gunk. Okay, let's get a better cast here. Perfect. Wow. They're even missing a treble hook topwater. Dang. Yeah, at this point I'm not sure what to do. Maybe it's just not a topwater day. It might be a moving bait, soft plastic kind of day if they're missing it like this. Shoot. Another bite off the edge. Clues, folks. Take the clues into consideration with what you're doing. I do see a patch of grass out there in the middle that looks like it may have some fish on it. It's right out here. If there's any fish in it, they don't want to come up for this. All right, keeping them moving. Like, what are we doing? If we ain't moving yet. And there's some wind. Wow. What direction is this wind? Oh, east wind? Oh, wind from the east, fish bite the least. Shoot. That's what the old adage says. I don't know if I believe old adages, but it may be true. Tell you what, it's been a bummer of a start so far. All these missed fish. Not even eating follow-up lures. I guess I didn't follow up the last one. Dang it. That's on me. That's on me. Need some water. All right, give me 3 minutes, folks. I'm gonna catch one on this wood right up here. On this wood. There's a point into a cut with some wood in the cut. That's what I call high percentage. That's what I call high percentage. That's how you can tell we're in the city. You got ducks that are not afraid of you. Come on, eat the popper. Eat the popper. Eat the popper lopper. Wow. Not even on the dang point. Sad. Sad state of affairs. Not even on the dang point. Did we get a topwater bite? Ooh, goodness, hitting the bottom. It's shallow. No wonder I didn't get any on the point, it's shallow. Then it drops off to 15 feet, goodness. Makes me think that tree there is gonna be in deep water. Now I'm going straight for the tree. Well, hold up. There's too good of a little backwater cut here to not go throw topwater at it. While the sun is, well, I say while the sun's still down. It's cloudy. We're gonna have clouds. We're gonna be fine. I gotta get myself a craw. Man, if the water was up a swim jig, I feel like would be banging on these areas. I know what I need to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And let's fish that wood. I just keep seeing all these pockets and points, grassy areas that I feel like I'd catch one on topwater around. But that just hasn't happened. And it probably won't. So, dang it. I should probably take the advice of the fish and try something else. There's a whole pocket back there. Oh, come on. Calling my name. No. I gotta fish the wood. Oh, but it's got an overhanging tree. Sorry, folks. This is horrible for me. This is not smart. I'm probably prolonging the fish catching in this video by forcing myself to fish topwater, when that might not be what they want today. But I can't help it. There's too much. I mean, like, look at that. You can't tell me you wouldn't fish that, huh? Can't tell me you wouldn't fish that. Although a popper is probably not the best choice for it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip a thunder cricket under there. I'm putting the top water away, much to the, I'm sure, delight of many of you who want to see a fish catch. Oh, it's shallow under there. Dang it. All I needed was one thunder cricket cast to let me know that that's not the juice. Tree looks good. Tree is no good. All right. Let's do what needs to be done, and that's drag around. Drag and wind, not frog. One thing that's definitely true about this place is it's pressured. If I show up at sunrise, before sunrise on a Thursday, and there's other guys coming too, that tells me that on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, this place gets fished probably pretty hard. So I may have to be a bit sneakier with my approaches than I usually do in a kayak. It's hot. It's hot and muggy. Time to get me a craw. I think I have some just kind of out and about. Yep. There's one. Structure bug. Structure bug. Got it on a new VMC hook that they sent me that doesn't release till I cast. So if I catch one here, it'll be a not a prototype. It'll be a unreleased bass catch. How about that, huh? We must separate the pinchers. Separate. Separate, separate. Let's go, baby. Brand new Hypermag. Ayo. Drag. Lock down. Yes, sir. Oh, didn't adjust my spool tension or my brakes. Got to do that on a brand new reel. Ooh, something about that felt fishy. Maybe not. The only piece of timber in this whole lake right here, at least that I can see. And it's covered in grass and 10 feet of water. Come on. This makes sense that as the water sucks down that there'd be a few here. I mean, regardless of water level, but especially now that it's lower. There's fish here. That's the deal. It's just, do they want to bite when I'm here? Should be is the key phrase. Should be an R. Don't always go along. There's one. Oh! No, I don't know if that was one. It kind of felt fishy, but it also felt like I was just on like a flimsy branch. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a bass or not. Because I didn't feel a bite at all. So it's possible, but I think I was just around a more movable branch. Got me excited though. Goodness. Got me excited. Yeah, I feel the branch again that I was over. Dang. Shoot, dang. Anything out there? No. Okay, so now the journey of fishing under the water begins. I mean, there's still plenty of stuff I could fish with the topwater, and you know what? I still might. Now that we have some wind, I may go up this bank with a walking bait. See if that can't get me a fish. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was a bite. That was a bite. Dang it. Like I said, there's fish around this tree. I'm just fishing like an amateur right now. Can't get these fish to stay on. Can't get these fish to stay. All right. Well, we tried. We tried. What's next? Anything out here? I mean, there's fish out there. They gonna eat though? No. They're around the dang tree. They're around the dang tree. Gosh dang it. There's fish around the tree. They're smart. Well educated. Well educated fish. I just want to feel the thump. The thumpy dump on my Texas rig. And I don't think I am right here. Although now with the wind, I'm kind of thinking a plopper style is what I should throw. And you don't, again, don't threaten me with a good time there. So I'm gonna spin around again, put the Texas rig down, grab my topwater rod, and we're gonna put on the Patroller 110. See, I usually cut all this kind of stuff out, but if y'all wanna see it, you're gonna see it. How about that? There were 3 in the bed, and the little one said, Patroller, Patroller. Yeah. I keep on my kayak tackle in that Evolution waterproof tackle box, which for a waterproof box is surprisingly good priced. Happy to have Evolution on board with TRF family of brands this year. Some cool guys over there in Kilgore making tackle box solutions. All right, we are gonna patrol their faces off now. Still gonna go slow, still gonna crawl it, I feel, but we're gonna be a little louder of a topwater. Yeah. Sick. Although, what do I see out there? See, I see something. And if this ends up being a fish, I may have to start looking around, but I think it is a fish. It's just, is he gonna eat my Texas rig? He did not. So here's for all you guys who think that every fish you throw out on scope's gonna eat. Fish didn't even follow it down. So I don't think today is just going to be a scopy day. We're going to have to work for them. And that's okay. I've got to go back in that pocket. Not the one that has the overhang, a different one. The one with the wind blowing into it. Come on now. Where you at? Oh goodness. Ended up working out fine, but that was a bit too long of a tag end to leave out there on the cast. Ew, that bird just pooped. You nasty, buddy. You nasty. I'm just bummed about those bites that I missed, or that they missed me, because I feel like that was a good chance to get this day started with some keepers. And no buns. No buns. And we're acting like smallmouth around here. We've got some more laydowns in the water. I'm tempted to cast the Texas figure around. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. Y'all are just getting to see the full rotation of lures here. How about that? See everything as I try it. They're mocking me. They're jumping behind me. How rude. Don't get a bite in this position. Please, Tyler. All right. Had to try. Had to give it a college try. If I go back here and don't catch one, I'm writing off all the creeks on this lake. Every creek. Just gonna focus on the main lake. Come on, get off there. Thank you. And thinking about how these fish ate the topwaters that I threw, I don't think they're gonna eat the patroller. Just don't think so. But we'll see. I'm gonna crawl it extra slow. What a grind, man. What a grind. That guy wasn't wrong. It is hit or miss, and it's missing right now. Okay, never mind. Never mind. There's one. There's one. There's one. First keeper of the day, I think, and he is not hooked by much. He sideswiped it. Come on, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Yes, sir. Look at that. Got him on the dang side. Okay. First fish of the day, although I don't know if he's going to keep. Dang it. Oh, I don't know if he's 14 inches. I don't know, man. Let's get out the board. He doesn't. Oh, I got bad feelings about this. I don't think he's going to be 14. Let's see, though. No. Oh, he's staying 13. Man. All right. All right. Well. Caught one. Success. Calms the nerves. Calms the nerves. Shows me that bass are willing to bite a topwater that's moving and that is loud. So that was aggressive too. Like goodness. Very aggressive. That was an aggressive bite. And he was out 5 feet of water. So there's one. Gosh, dang it. That fish was just running at me. Okay, so we're in an area that's got a few bass. That was crazy. That fish seemed much larger based on how he bit there. Goodness. That was crazy. That was crazy. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody chill. Everybody take a chill pill. 2 bites. One, we'll go MLF wording, 1 non-scoreable. He was short. 1 short. One short on the county dock, or the neighborhood dock. 1 short, well, I guess not 1 short. We don't know if he was long or short. I'm just guessing what he was. 1 non-landed fish by the dock, and 1 short out in the open. Okay. We're done with the dock. Put this back away, and let's get the patroller. Keep going. You gotta take what the clues are telling you. There's too many clues, actually. I'm not sure how to fully dissect them yet. I'm just glad we're not skunked. I was worried there for a second that we would hit the Skunkosaurus, and we did not. So good for us. Good for us, huh? I'm still thinking a jig's a wise choice. I still have a feeling they're going to eat a jig. And this next up and coming bank is a swing bank where the channel swings hard, the deeper area swings hard against the bank. And so when it comes to like flipping and pitching a little bait around, it is perfect for a jig. So as much as I want to catch on the Texas rig, I think I'm going to take that off that rod. Fish a dang jig. Oh no! No! Oh, all the way over there I caught something barely under the water. Dang it. I'm gonna keep my rod out there and tie on a jig while I fish down this bank. Actually, I'm just gonna flip a Texas rig, unless it's extra deep. No, it's kind of shallow. Dang it. My bait caught something way, way over there. And I just don't want to mess up this whole area that I'm about to fish here. Yeah, it's only 2 feet deep. I can handle a Texas rig here. Start to make my way towards my top water. That is stuck. Yeah, it's stuck on a log. I'm not popping that one free. No, I'm not. One thing I don't want to do is suck my line into my pedal drive. Oh, I got to stand up. First time in the day. That feels good. I just wish this was a river and it had current and smallmouth. And I was casting this thing around current breaks on laydowns. I will be doing that this summer, so if you like kayak content, you're gonna see some really epic smallmouth stuff, baby. I'm excited to film that stuff. I say film it. I'm excited to experience it and have the cameras along for the journey. All right, a few more casts back here and then we're getting out of here. I'm not vibing. Not vibing with the stagnant water. It's only 1 degree warmer, it's 86, but I'm still not vibing. Still not vibing. Still not hitting the vibes. But the channel has swung to this bank now. So now this cut bank here is steeper, and that's the shallow bank. Goodness. There was something chewing right there. It didn't seem big though, but I am gonna flip a Texas rig on that edge there. Just got to check it out, you know. Dang, it's deep. Staying 10 feet off this edge. Any fish? Any fish? That's the most jiggy type of stuff in rivers, is those swing banks. All right, we're done with the cut. Let's make our way out to the main lake. And let's cast a thunder chicken out as we go. That's probably gonna be the lure I catch most of my fish on, especially as the sun's up. They're a little bit off the bank, as they have been eating top water. He's again, got to take all the clues you can. Every bite I've gotten has been off the bank or on structure, whether it's that tree or the dock. And again, both of those were off the bank. So shouldn't be making parallel casts right on the bank today. It's not going to be the way to go. And neither is catching a bunch of junk. I'll tell you what, eelgrass does not rip worth a dang. Eelgrass don't rip at all. I hate eelgrass. Eelgrass is my least favorite kind of grass. If you were to give me a choice between a lake with no grass and a lake with eelgrass, I'd pick the lake with no grass. Probably. Yuck. It's all dead grass too. There's one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he's... He was a keeper. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I should have gotten in better position. I thought about standing up. Took the bait, ran this way. I mean, 7'3" medium heavy. That's enough rod to, you know, get him out of there. And he just ran me right into the stuff. Dang it. That was like a 2.5 pounder. Good keeper. I saw him. I saw him when he got off. And all this junk. Dang it. Well, can't win them all. And today we are winning none of them. We're losing. We're the biggest losers. That's what we are. We're the biggest dang loser. Maybe there's another one under there. You know what they say. Man. I gotta check my line. It's 17 pound, but still. We're good. That's a bummer. There probably ain't that many fish around this dock. Probably ain't that many fish. Now I'm sad. You had your chance, you blew it. That's a song about me. Song about me catching my first keeper. And I blew it. He just took me into the wrong piece of stuff at the right angle for him. And he got off, so, you know. What you gonna do? Nothing. Can't do nothing. Part of me thinks, though, if I had a jig, I would have caught that fish. I don't have any data to prove that, but that's what I feel. So after this dock here, I think I'm going to switch to a jig. Seems to me like a hook set on a jig gets fish a little better than a hook set on a thick Texas rig hook. That's just guessing, though. Oh man, and now I'm stuck on the dock. Got it. Can't believe I've botched it that many times today. A grinder, that's what it is. Straight up grind. Straight up grind today. Come on, one more fish. One more fish be there. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna take this chance to tie a jig on. That's just the vibe I get of what's gonna work. I love a Texas rig, don't get me wrong, but I really feel like today's a jig day. As far as a dragging lure, or a flipping lure. Put a feed on the dock. Pick a jig. What color do I want? I think I want PB&J. Ain't that right, folks? PB&J Outcast Tackle Cage Fighter jig. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm going to get a trailer to go along with it. And that's going to be a Mach craw. Do I have any Mach craws? Yes, I do. Green pumpkin, purple gold. Quite possibly the best trailer color for PB&J. Cut off a little bit of the trailer because this hook's a 2/0, I believe. Maybe it's a 3/0. Yeah, it's a 3, I think. Either way, it's a little smaller. Dang, we got some wind coming in here, which makes me feel good about the reaction bait bite that I'm going to attempt to get here in a little bit. All right, jig. Don't do me wrong this time, buddy. You've done me right in the past. Catch me old 5, I guess say old biggin, but I don't need old biggin. I just need a 5 bass limit. Wow. All right, buddy. Ain't no bass getting off without a fair fight this time. There you go. Oh, uh-oh. I pedaled forwards instead of backwards. Dude, it's blowing now. Dang. It is but blowing. There we go. I like that though. Give me some wind. Change it up. Switch it up, buddy. All right. Jig is now on. Back to the Topwater. It's getting a little bright for Topwater, for my taste, but we're still gonna send it. Can always come back through with a non-Topwater. Fish in the direction I want to fish, which is against the wind. So my bait comes back naturally, if that even matters. We've talked about that in a previous Kayak Uncut, I think. But I'd like to have it come back that way. Come on. Eat, eat, eat. Eat, drink, and be merry. Bass. Eat, drink, and be merry. Yeah, I wish the water was up. All this stuff would have held fish. Would have been a much different morning. We would have caught a lot more bass. I think we would have caught a lot more bass. Oh, and there's the sun. Ah! I'm a vampire. I'm just committing to the patroller just down this whole bank. Even if it's not the right bait, I want to get it out of my head. I think we're out of Topwater time, but I want to be sure. I want to be triple dang sure that Topwater time is over by fishing this whole bank with it and then trying something else. Because there would still be that thing in my head. It's what if I threw a Topwater down this bank? And if I do this whole bank and I don't get bit, I can eliminate it. Another thing Alton does on tour, I've learned from him, is even if something probably isn't going to work, he tries it just to get it out of his head. And maybe I've already got enough precedent with the small fish and all the missed fish that topwater's not the move, but I don't know. I don't want to believe that yet. Ooh, when they won't break on the rip, you know you got a good one. There we go. Last cast, well, second to last cast. I see another good one. Another good cast I can make. Last cast until we are donezo with this thing. Get it out of my head, put it in the back of the rotation. Fish are not gonna eat the patroller today. Good riddance. Get out of here. Let's move everything else up. And they're not gonna eat the punch rig either, so I'm just gonna rotate between a thunder cricket and a jig. And maybe we'll switch around something on that spinning rod to catch some deeper fish as well. Problem is with this thunder cricket, I'm catching a lot of just dead junk. So I'm gonna try to fish it a little faster, but I thought a 1/2 ounce was gonna be good, and it seems to be a little heavy. Like I'm catching stuff right away. Yeah, like right away. I gotta cast deeper. I gotta cast deeper anyways because the fish have not been shallow. At least the ones that are catchable. I just gotta fish deeper in general. Yep, I mean every cast I'm coming back with grass. So there's grass out there, and where there's grass, there's bass. That is just, I mean, not all the time, but majority of the time. I guess the proper term would be if there's grass, there's a higher than average likelihood that there's bass. It is not always the case. Let me tell you what is the case. There's a dock up here, an old wooden dock with a bunch of posts. And I'm gonna catch one on my jig, a keeper, on this dock. Mark my words now. That's the plans I have, buddy boy. No, dang, it's shallow. I gotta keep myself even deeper, so it seems. The camera's still going? It is, wow. Wow! What do you know? If I had a frog on still though, I would skip a frog up under the extra shallow section of the dock and then a jig on the deeper section, but we don't got a frog on anymore, so we're just gonna go jig for both. I'm gonna stand up because that's how I can skip the best. I want to power pull down. See if I can reach back there. Do I reach? I do reach, heck yeah. I just want to fish this thing as effectively as I can. You right back there? We're good, we reached. We reached. Turn live scope away from the dock if that even matters. Come on. Please be a jig fish under there. Please, please, please. Prove I'm right. Just give ye an old skip on in there. Ooh, that felt thumpy. Nope, just the bottom. Just the bottom. I don't know if I got in there. Nope, didn't get in there now. That's for sure. There we go. All right. Thanks, Power Pole, for helping. Wish I could have credited you with a fish catch. No bass on the dock. Dang, 2 bites on the other dock. No bites on this dock. Crazy. How about on the end of the dock? Nothing there, neither. Dang. Gosh dang it. This is tough. Y'all want to see a grind, you got to grind. I don't like it. That's for sure. I'm not a fan of how grindy this is. I don't want to have to scope, but that's kind of what it seems like is going to happen. I can't find these dang bass. All right, back to the Thunder. Oh, that was close. Ah, don't do that, Tyler. Bad idea. How about just winding this thing around the middle? I still don't see the guys that launched with me. So maybe that creek goes way further than I think it does, or they're catching them back there. There's no clue to that. I'm just yapping at this point. I'm just yapping. Trying to figure out why I can't catch a bass. Why I can't catch a bass. I kind of want to go back into that pocket and fish a jig on that steeper bank that I didn't get to fish beyond that overhanging tree. But I also just want to wind out in the open, see if that can result in a bass. I'm not vibing. I'm not vibing with this lake, but this is the lake we're at today. So I'm not going nowhere else. At least I'm gonna catch a few keepers. Come on now. I think it's wild that I haven't gotten a bite on the Thunder Cricket, despite fishing it out in the open where the topwater bites were happening. It's weird to me. All right. Keep moving down this bank, I guess. Maybe they don't like this color. That could be it. It is my favorite Thunder Cricket color, but maybe it's not these bass's favorite color. So, let's try something else. It's kind of the theme of this episode so far. Let's try something else. Tackle box getting a lot of use, getting a lot of use today. Not a spinner bait, I don't think. Still think it's gonna be thunder cricket. Dang it. Let's go black and blue. Sure. Black and blue. And do I have a trailer for black and blue? Don't really think I do. It's getting bright! Ah! You're telling me I don't have any black and blue craws? What a dummy. What a dummy I am to not have a black and blue craw. I guess green pumpkin, purple gold is gonna have to do. What a dummy. Not to have one of them. And I don't always rig my trailers on before I tie on. Matter of fact, I hardly ever do. I'm not sure why I'm doing that today. But I guess I'm just in a silly, goofy mood today. All right, that looks fine. That looks good, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Where's the line? There it is. I mean, the water is not that dirty. So I'm kind of regretting putting on black and blue, but we'll see. See how I feel about it in a little bit. And I believe it or not, I like this wind. I think the wind will do good things for us. It is blowing me down the bank though that I want to fish. All right. Let's go right here. Oh, giant. 3-pounder. At least I get to spin my kayak. Sucking in the bottom. Yuck. It is shallow and mucky. I'm gonna get off the bank a little bit. Just don't think the bass are on the bank. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes! Oh my gosh. Another keeper. Another keeper. Lost. Dang it. I've been testing out this chatterbait rod, and I like it in a boat and on the bank. I'm not sure if I like it in a kayak, because I feel like with the kayak moving, drifting, I need to have a little more hook set power than I have on this thing. It's just a little too, it's a 7.3 medium heavy, moderate fast. And I think it's just a little too soft. Dang it! I mean, that could have been 5 fish today that I've gotten to bite that are limit fish that I didn't catch. Frustrating, man. This is frustrating. That was another 2-pounder, you know, 15, 16 incher. Guaranteed limit filler. You know what though? One of my first few casts on the black and blue, so could be a coincidence. Could be a sign of things to come. So we'll have to wait and see. Got to shake it off and keep moving. No one's throwing me a pity party. Maybe somebody out there is. Maybe somebody watching is throwing me a pity party. Stop it right now. No more of that. Well, despite my lack of clutchness, hope y'all are enjoying the video. If you are, smash that subscribe button, baby. Like, take your finger on your mouse pad and just smash it. hard as you can. And the like button. And comment, smash, if you've done that. I'm kidding. But I'd love to have you around. So if you're new to the channel, you're just kind of watching this as you do dishes, take your long commute to work in the morning. Maybe you're riding this, maybe you're an urban angler, you're riding the subway, you're riding the city tram. I'm glad to have the ability to keep you company as you do whatever you do. I kind of feel like Uncut's like a podcast. That you get to learn about fishing, you get to watch fishing. Maybe you're doing it, watching this as you rig up tackle for your fishing day tomorrow. And my goodness, it is so bright. So bright. I know folding laundry is a big one. A lot of y'all are folding laundry as you watch these Uncuts. If we're all gonna rot our brains together with endless content, you might as well rot it here. Glad to have y'all. Dang it, the sun's poking out. And yeah, and I can really see now with the sun out how shallow it is. And it's sunglass time now. I don't like to wear sunglasses until I need to, just because I feel like I can see better without anything in front of my eyes. But as soon as the sun starts poking out, I'll wipe my face real quick before I put these suckers on. All right. Gonna throw that up as well. Let's see if we can't catch this one. If you want to check out the merch that I've got called Infinite Outdoors, I'm wearing the sun shirt right now, the Yuri sun shirt. I've got my hat on, little leather patch hat, and I believe when this video drops, when am I dropping this? I guess if it's not ready yet, actually, yeah, I will drop it now. Give them the business shirts, which I should have been doing more of today. I should have been giving them more of the business. That just dropped, so it's live on the site if you want to check it out. Super pumped about that shirt drop because here on TRF we're all about giving them the business. Giving them the business. And that's it doesn't have Infinite Outdoors on it, but I'm selling it through the Infinite platform. That's a TRF shirt. So if you want to check it out, if you like that slogan, short sleeve, comfort color, front and back print, pretty expensive shirt to make if I'm being honest. But always wanted to have a cool boutique style of shirt. So finally got one. I just want to finally catch a bass. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So we are now back around to the dam where we started, where I had 2 different bites on Topwater and saw the good looking offshore grass off the dam. So I'm just gonna fish off the bank here. I feel like my best shot at catching one is winding this thing around where I feel like some fish should be. So I'm shocked that camera's still going back there. That battery's been going for what, an hour plus? Gosh, there's one. There's one. Yes, sir. That is a keeper. That's a keeper. Was just reeling it off the bank, and he came and got it. He came and got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's not hooked by much, though. Gosh, he's not hooked by much. Get in here. Yes. Yes. I can't tell y'all how good this feels. Oh my gosh, this dude shot up off the bottom. I was just casting to the bank, reeling it back in, and that right there, That's a keeper. Yes. All right. We finally got one. Finally got one. Goodness. What a day it has been. I'm going to slap this baby down here, and we're going to get ourselves a picture. Oh, 3.5. Gosh, what a beautiful fish. Oh, that camera died back there. They're healthy in here. I'll give them that. I just don't think they're plentiful. He got my phone all wet. Let's see how long you are, my friend. Ooh, 19 inches? No, almost 19. Can you lay it? Ooh, he reaches 19. He's a 19-incher. Let's go. 19-inch bass. Thank you, my friend, for playing along. So grateful to have you. Okay, I figured them out. They're off the bank, and that one shot up off the bottom in 10 foot to eat it off the bank. So I don't have to worry about being super close to the bottom. If the fish wants to eat it, he's gonna eat it. He's gonna come off the bottom. I just got to be kind of in this off bank area. Oh gosh, I was getting worried, y'all. I was getting worried that I wasn't gonna catch Jack Diddley, but we just caught Jack. Now it's time to catch Mr. Diddley. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, my GoPro battery for the other camera. I gotta spin around here. That was a long time without catching a bass. Finally, we got a good one, a 19-incher. I'll take it. But I do think now that I see them be off the bank a little bit, I think I've got to rig up. The old Nico rig is what I'm thinking. So I've already got the wacky hook rigged up here. Let me spin around, grab myself a Mach stick, and then a nail weight. If I have any nail weights, if not, we may just have to go with a wacky rig. But I hope I brought a nail weight. Please be here. Dang it. I don't think it is. Man. Don't think I have any nail weights. I think I'll throw just a regular wacky. And if that doesn't work, it's not getting down there fast enough, I'll grab myself a drop shot. But we'll see. I think a wacky might work. Let's go. Let's go. Hypes me up, baby. Cool thing about this Mach stick here is that we put a dot in the soft plastic where the center of mass is. So you know you're going to get a perfect wacky rig fall every time. And let me see if this one's right. Yep, right in the center, wobbling down. All right. I think that fish may have come off a brush pile. Not entirely sure. But I think the fish was vibing around a brush pile. I mean, I'm surprised that he came from that deep of water to eat my vibrating jig. Literally just reeling. I didn't scope that fish. I don't know if you believe me or not. The very last part where he bit it, I saw him. But I was just making a cast up to a transition area between this bluff wall here and the flatter bank, because transitions oftentimes hold bass. And that transition held a good one. So I wasn't scoping at all. But now that I've seen where that fish came from, I think there's a brush pile there. Maybe, maybe not. Thought I saw something. Yeah, there's one. There's a brushy pile. He didn't come off of that. He was further to the right. That fish was just chilling like a villain out in the middle of nothing. So I need to put my buff on. It's getting sunny around here. Getting sunny around these parts. Although I think I see one on the bottom. Maybe. Maybe I see one on the bottom. No, I don't think so. Not a fish, just some sticks. Just some sticks. Oh, there's the brush pile. There you are. Can't hide from me. Cannot hide from Papa. Can't hide from Papa Scope. I wonder how this brush pile got in here. Maybe they planted it when they stocked the lake. I love dragging a jig through a brush pile. Just feeling the limbs, kind of going over one, letting it fall down the next one, giving it some slight hops. And then when they donk in a brush pile, when they donk it, which is pretty dang fun. Pretty dang fun town, USA. One more cast of the brush pile. I don't see any fish in it. It's a summertime thing though, fish in a brush pile. There's definitely some crappie in the pile. What a healthy fish that was too. I'm grateful that this camera back here was recording. That's probably the thumbnail, if I had to guess. All right. Cool beans. Let's go back to the Thunder. See, the rod loaded up good there, but it's because that fish ate it with such voracity. I think I still honestly would have preferred a tougher or a stiffer rod. Come on, what the heck? What the heck's, what's going on? Why am I not thundering? Oh, dang. The dang split ring opened on this thing. I'm not sure how that happened. Let's go ahead and bend that back in there, baby. It's not thundering because it broke. There we go. Let's not come off this time, eh? There we go. Man, that's oftentimes the deal with these kind of lakes is not many fish, but good quality when you do catch them. And I think that's what we had today. Good one on the dock, good one out here on the other side, good one on this bank. I'm just really gonna go slow. Make a lot of casts at each little area of grass that I see. And again, I'm using forward facing today not to find fish. I doubt that I'll even catch one that I cast at. I'm using it to find the good offshore grass. That way I'm actually making efficient casts and not just casting into nothing. So if that's too much for you, then you can go ahead and watch something else. But I don't want to scope a fish. I want to be surprised. I want to have the cool moment of, oh my gosh, that worked out. But if you think I'm not going to use it to help find the grass and the wood, you're crazy. You're crazy. But actually, I take that back. You're not crazy. You're you. And as I talked about in my live scope video, you can fish however you want. And I can fish however I want. And if the way that I fish isn't for you, then man, by all means, take what you want to learn and plug your ears for the rest. Come on now. Something's eating up there shallow. I'll make a shallow cast for him. Probably a bluegill. Probably one of them killer gills. I've yet to see those guys catch any fish. But that guy seemed like a more quiet type of angler, so I don't think he'd be hooting and hollering like I do. He was wearing a chest mount though, so if I see the guy again, I'm going to ask him what his channel is or what he's filming for, because I'd like to see how he dissects this body of water. He's obviously been here before if he said it's hit or miss. to even know that it's hit or miss. Although I wonder if this rod would work for a chatterbait if I threw braid to a 15-pound fluoro leader. I've thought about trying more braid to leader from the Kayak, and maybe if I do that, I'll kind of transition to more braid to leader from the bass boat and the bank as well. I think the biggest thing is just learning the FG, because any other knot you use for bigger braid to bigger leader is going through your guides is gonna be such a big knot. It's gonna affect casting distance. The knot will weaken as you cast it out. So, not something I want, but the FG is a knot that, at least to my knowledge, is much better for that. Anything out there? I mean, the grass line is all the way out here. So I can't be afraid to keep fishing even deeper. Gosh, dang. There was one. Goodness. As I talk about that, that was out there on the line. Let's make the exact same cast. I'm actually gonna back up, parallel that line. Come on now. Come on now. Come back for it. There's probably some dang good ones out there. Probably some dang thickens out there in the middle. Although I say the middle, it's a grass line. I'm not really casting in the middle of the lake. The grass is just out there in 8 to 10 feet. And just like I'm fishing shallow, you want to find the edges. You want to find the differences. You want to find the areas of change. And that looks like a big old area of change, aka a fish on the scope. He ain't a bass. Bass react. That's the number one thing I'll say about scope fish, is that if you cast at something like 2 or 3 times and you get no reaction at all, it's probably not a bass. More than likely that sucker's a carp. All right, back to the edge. I get distracted. Sometimes distractions can lead to fish though. And now I'm glad I have the 1/2 ounce again. When I was fishing up in 2 foot of water, I wanted the 3/8, but I'm in 6 to 10, so 1/2 ounce is the best size vibrating jig for that depth zone. It's a good day for a chatterbait, let me tell you. It's a good day for that. Overcast, little bit of wind, little wee bit of wind. Good day for it. Good day to be a winder. Goodness, what's out there? That's not a bass, it's a pot of baitfish. There's something huge out there. It's thinking 15-pounder. Spanned 5 feet on my graph. That's how you can tell something's not a bass, when it's 4 feet long on your graph. Yeah, baitfish. Little skew of baitfish. It's just kind of crazy how the clues of today have been telling me this is going to be the bite practically all day. I mean, ever since I got those bites on Topwater that were off of the edge, I've known this is probably going to be the way to catch them. And it has been. Our two best fish so far, a loss and a catch, have been on this thing, on this pattern. So, in my mind, I'm thinking, on the next fishing day, how can I make this decision to do this based on the clues even faster? And not worry so much about the frog and the popper and the patroller. Just go straight to what I think is going to work. But you always got to try what's in your head. And my goodness, my phone is gassing right now. It is gassing. So many folks. It is a work day. That's why I'm working. And man, the grass edge is not nearly as deep. I have to go back up to the bank over here. So we must have a point that sticks out here. And then it kind of dips back to the dam over here. The edge is closer to the bank. Oh, y'all wanted a real uncut. This is Tyler's real uncut right here. Not easy fishing. I was really hoping that this was going to turn into a little faster bite. I'd get more bites more quickly, but that hasn't been the case so far. Ah, bright. I need to start my retrieve a little earlier. 1, 2, 3, and then slow roll it. Because if I let it sink all the way to the bottom, it's getting in that dead grass down there immediately, and I'm kind of wasting my first few pulls on getting it out of the grass. No, I let it fall too much, dang it. I got distracted. Come on, man. Shouldn't be this hard. Like, I think I figured out what they're doing. I've watched these guys for about 30 minutes now and haven't seen one fish catch, so I think it's just a tough day out here. Don't think nobody's smoking them. Come on. Not even that white heron's getting any action up there. Actually, take that back. He just caught one. Good job, buddy. Golf clap for you. He's getting bit. I need to get bit. Like, I am shocked that I fished up this whole bank here that I think has the best offshore grass in this whole lake. From what I've seen on scope, it's the cleanest and thickest. And I got one bite, way back there. What the heck? Do I gotta drag something, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I gotta do. What I gotta do when they come for you. That looks like a fish. That looks like a fish. Please, please catch one. Oh yeah. Oh, dang. He looked at it and then zoomed away. And then absolutely zoomed away. Dang. It's a bummer. That was 100% a bass. And I know that because he reacted. He reacted negatively, but it was a reaction nonetheless. All right, well, where'd you go, friendo? Is that you there? I think that's you there. You want to eat it? He doesn't. He doesn't want to eat it. Weird. Weird. All right, well, I guess there is stuff to throw out there. But are they going to eat? It doesn't seem like it. Back to the grass. This is probably a really good scoper's lake in the winter. Only problem is getting my kayak in this lake if it's muddy and nasty. It's not going to be the easiest. Tell you what I need, maybe a DC reel. That'll get those fish to bite. That's what I need. That'll get those fish to bite. That'll do the trick. If I got that Cast King Smart Reel, if it'll tell me how many casts I made, like that teaches me anything valuable. I'm sure it's a cool reel, but that aspect of the product is just total gimmick. Like what? You need to know like exactly how many revolutions per minute you were doing with your handle when you got a bite. You could just guesstimate. I was going about this fast instead of opening up the app and being like, oh, now I know. Every 0.3 seconds I was making a reel handle. I digress. This is the rambling part. If I was catching more fish, we'd get to the singing and whistling part. But I'm not in that kind of mood yet, folks. Not in that kind of mood. Ain't caught enough fish to be in that kind of mood. Not in a bad mood, but I'm not in a good mood either. I'd like to catch a few to get in a better mood. To get in a big mood. Wow, we got a dang Piper Cub. Cool. A little plane. A little wee plane. Zinger. Come on, fish. Oh, there's not any grass out here. The grass is gone. Grass is only back there. Shoot. Did I just see a fish? Did I just see a fish? Yes. That's a bass. Problem is, he's not eating anything. He's being a weirdo. He's being a weirdo. So much for scoping. Oh, you guys. You just, if you see a fish, it's just spotlighting. They're gonna eat it. No, they're not. Them things are smart. They know what's going on. All right, one of my last few casts on this part of the bank. I think I've got to spin around and fish a little deeper again, where the better grass was. They are not up here. Although maybe I'll kind of go on the outside of these guys. See if I can find... Oh, here we go. Here's better grass. That's going to be a bass right here on this cast. I'm calling it. Manifesting. Manifesting a bass. Rick Clunn style. Nope. Nope. Didn't work. Didn't work. Manifesting didn't work. How about I'm not going to catch one on this cast? Aha! It worked. Yeah, that guy's fishing on the bank. I don't think that's the play after all I've seen so far. I'm willing to be proved wrong, and I hope to see him land a giant, but don't think that's the play. I think the fish are off the bank, which would make sense for summertime. It would. That would make sense. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna paddle around in the open for a second. See if I can, just to see if I can scope one for a second. I don't know if there's any floating around out there. Wish I had a minnow. I don't mean a live minnow, I mean shaking the minnow. Come on, grass, get off of there. My trailer's caught up in the hook. There we go. Let's just look around for a sec. Like, what's this? What is this? Not a fish. Not a bass. We're still good, we're still good. I'm not seeing any grass on that bank either. So not every bank on this lake has grass off of it. That's good to know. But I should probably focus again on this area if I want to catch one. Oh goodness, there goes a fish. Wow. What the heck are you? What the heck are you, dude? What the heck are you? Something that's not going to bite, that's for sure. Goodness. Relatively big fish right under my dang kayak right now. Wow. And see, scoping around out here, it can just confuse you. Like, I know what the pattern is. I just want to see if I can get me a bonus fish out here. And I'm not super confident that I'll be able to. But I'm gonna try before I make the loop again. The loop-de-doop-de. Gosh, there's fish out here, but there's too many of them. Yeah, they're not bass. They're not bass. Let's make the turn back towards that other bank that I lost one on, because again, I fished it kind of quick. I want to go a little slower with the thunder cricket. Maybe I'll fish around the island for a second and then come back down the bank that I caught a big one and lost. Or I had another good bite, it felt like. I really think most of these fish are going to be in or close to the grass, not out in the open. If this was dang December, I'd say they're going to be out in the open, but not in June. Could be proved wrong. Live scopes proved me wrong before, but I don't think so. So let's get back shallow, keep dragging around, keep plugging. That's not a fish. Or is it? No. Bluegill. When I set the goal for 5 keeper fish, I was like, easy. I'll get 3 on topwater and 2 just fishing around in the first, 4 hours, 2 hours. Nope, not quite. Although, to be fair, I've gotten those bites. My execution just hasn't been primo. And sometimes, even the best fall down sometimes. As the great songwriter, who was that? Who sang Collide? One of you millennials watching should know who sang Collide. Do, 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 do. One of the songs of my childhood. Because my sisters played it. A lot of my childhood songs were ones that I just heard my older sisters playing. I wish I could spot lock. I'd like to spot lock and cast upwind on a grassy area. Fish a drop shot, a little slower. Not have to drift around. We're just entering that season in Texas where fishing is just not easy. February on warm days, March, April, all day, May in the mornings, that's the easiest time to catch a bass. But man, once you hit June, it starts getting a little harder, and then July and August, good luck. That's why I head north in July and August, because Minnesota, July and August is fantastic. Down here, not so much. Well, if y'all follow the channel for a while, you've seen Blue Storm, the life jacket brand that I wear. I wear their auto inflatable PFDs. This here is the Atmos 40 in the Cryptek collaboration color. It's got cool Cryptek camo. I always wear a life jacket when I'm on the kayak or when I'm driving the big engine on the bass boat. And if you need a life jacket, whether it's auto inflate or just regular foam PFD for yourself, your wife, your kids, your dog, they got dog life jackets. And code, I think it's TRF or TRF15, saves you 15% on your entire order. They've been a faithful sponsor. They love getting to be a part of, especially this Uncut series, promoting safety the whole time. And it is so comfortable to fish in. Like for years, I saw Chad Hoover from Kayak Bass fishing in his kayak jacket. That is just a big, bulky piece of foam with like mesh right here. And it seems so uncomfortable. Like this is so sleek. My chest mount gets more in the way when I wear it than my life jacket. So, highly recommend getting one of these. And of course, highly recommend wearing your life jacket. I would also highly recommend catching a bass. Gosh dang it. Come on. This is lame. This is laming me out. Gosh darn lame. You think the area that has wind blowing on it would be good, Bring all the plankton in. Get these fish in a feeding mood on this side over here, but it's not the case so far. Apologize, y'all, for the more boring episode. And maybe to some of you this isn't boring. Maybe seeing the challenge and the struggle to find success, maybe that's fun. I would rather just catch more fish. That's why I film a lot on private water fishing properties, because man, a lot of the decisions you make work out better because there's more bass there. So it's not like fishing in a barrel. A lot of those properties are a lot tougher than you might imagine to find them, but when you do, they bite what they're supposed to. These kind of lakes here that receive a lot of pressure, these fish are smarter. Got a downsized presentation, got to fish different locations. and I'm probably not doing enough of that. Again, with the wind, it makes it a bit tougher to just drag around something slow, but I am gonna try that with the jig when I get back to that grass. I'm just gonna cover this bank here. I'm gonna go around the island. I don't think those kids were fishing what I'm fishing, whether depth-wise or the same bait. So, put this up here, cover a little bit of water. Yeah, the grass isn't as good on this side either. It's mostly dead. And as I pan around, I'm not seeing hardly any good edge. I mean, that's the best grass is over by the dam, by the deepest water, which would make sense. I've worn this shirt for too many years. The buff is getting too loose. I've had this shirt for like 2 years. And I wear it once a week, at least. Come on, please. Please get rewarded with a few more. I got one. Son of a gun, man. This has been a failure so far. We got a good looking choke point in between the island and this point. So the water is going to funnel through this opening over here. Let me get you guys over to it. I feel like that could potentially be a good area. We also got a brush pile here. Ain't no bass around it though, I don't think. No, I was wrong. Oh, goodness, dang brush pile. I saw the little bit sticking out of the water, and there was a dang bass, and he's huge, bigger than the other one. Holy cow! Oh my gosh! Come on! Don't get off! Oh. I gotta chase this fish down. Chase this guy down. Come on, bring it in. Yes! Second big one. Holy cow. That's a 20+ incher, baby. Yes. On the dang brush pile. I see the top of it sticking out of the water right there. Oh my gosh. Stinking awesome. Look at that fish. That is gorgeous. These fish are so healthy. Wow. You know what? Thanks to you guys for sticking around. I'm sure a lot of people left this video earlier on being like, man, this guy ain't catching nothing. I'm not watching this thing. Well, props to y'all who stuck with us, because we got ourselves a few good ones. Dang. In the brush pile. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Got him. We'll hit that choke point here in a second once I get a photo of my fish. That's fun. 20 incher. Oh, 19. Really? Only 19 and a half? Dang. 19 and a half, I guess. Shoot. 19 and 1/2 inches. Make sure we can see that. Yes. 19 and a half. Beautiful fish. That would for sure go 4 pounds. Heck yeah. Yes. If you get a bait around these things, they're gonna eat. They're gonna eat. That is fun. I'm not gonna complain about that. It's a good time. So by now especially, we should have 4 for sure. We should be 1 fish away from a limit, but instead we're 3 fish away from a limit. Oh my gosh. Today's been a grind. A grindy grind. Once again, I didn't scope that fish. I just said out loud, I don't think there's a fish in there. And I bring my Thunder Cricket over the top, and I guess I was wrong. Come on now, where'd that brush pile go? Let's see if we got a second one. I'm looking for the little bit sticking out of the water. Where's the little sticks? Oh, the tippy top of the brush pile. Ah, there they are. I'm gonna make a long bomb cast at it. That was not a good cast, goodness. Maybe I'll get one off the edge of it. On these small little lakes, man, if you can find a brush pile, oftentimes it's loaded. Makes me want to come drop brush in here myself, huh? That's what I feel. So I caught one on the dang vibrating jig, but I feel like it's going to be better if I cast a jig in there, a little brush jig. Come on, please be multiple big ones. Please be multiple. That'd be so cash. That'd be cash money. That'd be so money. Props to y'all for sticking around. When the going got tough, you guys stayed. And you're rewarded with bigger fish. All right, I'm in the brush pile now, shaking around, falling through the branches. I feel like there's gotta be more fish around this thing. Like there's not that much stuff in the water. Also makes me think that brush pile I fished earlier, back in that creek, that's got a fish on it. I think I had a bite, but I wasn't sure. There's definitely fish on that thing. I wonder if there's any brush back there. I see some on the bank, but those boys definitely fished that. I'm trying to fish the stuff that doesn't get fished very often. And that little piece of brush right there let me know there's a brush pile. But I think that's the only one. Come on. Get my line tighter on the spool. Crazy. Crazy cats, baby. That was fun. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed yet. Last cast toward this stuff here. Last cast at the pile. Ah. There we go. All right. That was 1,000% worth of cast. Heck yeah. A 19 and a 19 and a half. I wonder if that's like the average size of the big one in here. I bet there's some 5, 6, 7s in here, maybe a 10, but that could be the bigger ones. So now we're gonna go back to what I was intending on fishing, and that is this little choke point here. You see on the drone, the wind is blowing down it, at least when I'm fishing it. Maybe when the drone shot happens, it's not, but the wind is blowing right down the middle. These are really good funnel spots for bass to sit on, wait for bait fish to be funneled through. I just don't know how deep it is in there. No, it's not deep, so it might not be a good funnel. Not a fish, I don't think. If you want to see the combo that I'm throwing, and of course the Thunder Cricket and the trailer, I will leave them all down in the video description. That is a huge way that I help support my families through affiliate income. So if you shop on Tackle Warehouse and you're going to order anything, a trolling motor, a t-shirt, a full $1,000 combo, if you enter the website through any of my links, it could be for a craw, it could be for a buzzbait, and you don't even gotta buy that product. You just gotta enter the website. Anything you get in your cart is tracked to my account, and I get credit for it. So that would be a huge benefit to my family and I, help us raise our son. So thanks for doing that. Anytime you shop for tackle. Anytime. And if I can ever do anything for you guys, let me know. If you need prayer for something, if you need just fishing advice, or you just want to chit chat, you can always send an email to me. Shoot me an Instagram message, a Facebook. I don't check Facebook as much as I should, but I'll try to eventually get back to you guys. I want to be here for y'all. Y'all are here for me. I want to be here for y'all. All right. All right, fish, had enough of your tomfoolery. I know what you're doing. You're offshore. You're chilling on brush piles and you're chilling on drop-offs. That's what they're doing. And my phone's blowing up again. To be fair, I haven't responded to anybody, so they're probably like, what are you doing? Are you dead? Let's see. Nothing important yet. Whee! Nothing on the choke point. It's a bummer. It is deeper though, 4 feet. Deeper than I thought it was. I gotta remember all the drone shots I've talked about. I got choke point, I got just general lake shots. I need to get the rock wall. I need to get a transition shot. Quite a few shots I need. No, it was a wasp. How about you don't land on my kayak, please? Thank you. I don't mind bees, but I mind wasps. Not cool with those. Not chill. Not super chill. Oh, if the water was up, I would have caught so many more on Topwater. There's just the fish couldn't be up there. There wasn't the ecosystem to support them being up shallow. Oh man, if anybody questions if I still like this job after 12 years, I live for every bite. I love them. I love the fight. I love worrying about if I'm gonna land it, seeing it's not hooked good, getting it in the boat. That's what I'm all about. Hopefully you guys are as well. But you know what? If you fish for different reasons, that's chill too, man. That's chill too. That's chill Tony. All right. Nothing on the dang choke point. Oh, a brush pile. A brush pile. A brush pile. Oh, a brush pile. A brush pile. No bass though, at least on the first cast through. Oh, I stole some of the brush pile. I doubt that I'm going to catch any now. I was wrong. I was wrong. Goodness. Oh, they're on the dang brush piles. Dang. That was crazy. That's crazy. Get in here. Are you 14? Yes, you're long. You're long, buddy. Yeah. That's 3, baby. That's 3. Heck yeah. Again, didn't even see that fish, just fishing over the brush pile. All right. I don't even feel like taking a picture of this one, so I'm gonna so I can submit them all to the tournament, even though this one won't win me nothing. Are you 14? Yes, you are. You are a good long boy. You are 15 and a half. You're 16. You're 16 inches, buddy. You got a funky looking mouth. That's for sure. All right. Thank you, my friend. That was the most unhealthy fish we've caught yet. but we're at 3. We are at Trace. Uno, dos, tres, cha. On the dang brush pile. Oh, we got a few brush piles in here. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. We got brush lined up all down here. So I'm just going to go ahead and slow roll this thing. Not even looking at the scope. Just slow rolling it. Go. Got hit again. I got hit again. Make a cast this way. Such a classic June thing to be on the brush piles. Such a classic June thing, huh? Could have guessed it. Oh man, got stuck on the brush pile. Dang it, dang it. Let's go get a thunder chicken back. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling optimistic about catching 5. I should have 5 right now. Gosh dang it. But I don't. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, then I forgot how it goes. Every day will be Christmas, is that it? I think that's it. I think that's it. We got brush piles of plenty back here. Let's go. Again, I want spot lock so I can just make a whole bunch of casts up into this area of brush. Beggars can't be choosers. At least I have a pedal drive. Nothing there. Gotta get myself back to the brush pile. Is there a bass there? That's my question. I don't think so, but we're gonna find out. This is a totally different brush pile. Totally different one. Nope. If anything in that one, he would have eaten. He would have eaten, I feel. Yeah. Anything over here? Nothing. Nothing going. Man, they dropped so many brush piles in here. It's crazy. Way more than I thought there'd be. I gotta find the other pile. There it is. There's the other one. Brush pile, brush pile. Someone get my brush pile. Brush pile. Man, I wish there were more brush piles out here. That's where every bass in the lake is. On these suckers. They're kind of one and done though. You either catch fish or you don't. And you don't catch 2. I've yet to catch multiple fish on one of them. Yeah. Chatterbait is not the ideal brush pile bait, but it's been getting me bites. So I'm gonna keep using it. Oh man, I feel it. I feel 5 fish. I feel 5 fish coming. Come on. Wind me up a 5 fish limit. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Look around. Oh, hey! comment challenge. I usually do these after, what do you call it? I catch enough fish, but you know, it's not how today's going. Comment challenge. I will ship out the winner of this comment challenge a thunder cricket. You're gonna get a free thunder cricket. And it's going to be, you have to comment down below. Man, I'm really rewarding y'all who stayed a long time, because what time is it? What is your bucket list fishing location? Everybody's got one place they really want to go in life, catch a bass. Where is that for you? And if you've already been to it, even better. Tell us a cool story of how the trip went. Maybe did it meet expectations? Did it not? Your bucket list fishing place. I've been to many of my bucket list places, which is just a huge, huge blessing. Been to the St. Lawrence River, been to Lake St. Clair, fished in Door County in Michigan. Those are all smallmouth places I've wanted to go. I've fished Lake El Salto. Now, I have not fished El Salto during a good time of the day. I was down there for a TV show, and we had to fish it from 10 to 12 and 2 to 4. Just the worst possible times. I guess they wanted like super bright sunlight for the TV show. But I have fished El Salto. It was cool to be down there. That was pretty dang awesome. There's other lakes in Mexico that I want to go to for sure. My bucket list fishing, I'll give you, y'all didn't ask for it, but I'll give it to you. My bucket list bass fishing place is Cuba. I know it's not smart, not wise to go to Cuba. I don't even know how to really go to Cuba, but I've heard that Cuba, in the forest and jungles, has just some mega bass, mega bass. So I'd like to experience that. I'm sure it's untouched. I'm sure nobody out there bass fishes, which makes it even better, because I'd like to. All right, we got to finish out this bank here, fish around this grass, and then probably call it a day. It's been a great uncut. Started out slow. Maybe I did some speed ramps to get through some of the real slow periods. I probably did. But a lot of fun nonetheless. I really think this would have been a different situation, much more fish catching, if the water was up. I think you still would have had fish on the brush piles, but you would have had way more fish. On a day like today, with these conditions, they can roam around. If you had depth on that shoreline grass, you would have had a lot more fish. Water level differences can radically change how a fishery fishes. And today was a good example of that, and it didn't fish that great, to be honest. Fish pretty poor. But I am hungry and tired, but I can't take a nap. It's a work day. So when I get off the water, I gotta go back to edit this video. Get it on the tubes for you guys. Big shout out to y'all. This has been an awesome year of YouTube growth. We're gaining about 6,000 subscribers a month right now, which is nutty. And if y'all are watching the videos, I really appreciate it. Hopefully I'm helping you become a better angler. Hopefully I'm entertaining you. If you already are a good angler, for whatever reason you watch my channel, I'm glad to have you here. Just make a few more casts at the grass. I really don't believe the population of fish is that high in here. Look, unless I come by one day and I see the water levels higher, probably not revisiting this spot. There's lots of lakes I could fish, even public lakes around here, that I think may give a better ability to catch more fish than this place. And so you know what? I came up short today. Didn't come up short in bites, came up short in resolutions. In the end, I did not catch 5 keeper bass. But you know what? I had a lot of fun, and hopefully you had fun watching. If you did, Like I said, hit that subscribe button. It's a pleasure to take you guys along with me on all these adventures. For this camera, for that camera, and for myself, I'm Tyler. Thanks so much for joining TRF. We'll see you guys, actually pause. If you wanna see my last uncut in the kayak, bang, it'll be over here in this corner. If I catch one, you'll see it. If I don't, you won't. See you next time right here on TRF. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another big one. Another big one. In that same brush pile. Hey, chill. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got him. All right, see y'all.